we go, boys. First fish of the year on. I tried to talk somewhat quietly because I got folks around and I number one, don't really want them watching me, and number two, just feel weird talking on camera still. Don't know if it'll ever get normal. Yeah, man, nice. It's been a long time. That's a cold feeling. That fish is cold. I think I'm gonna stick him in a Ziploc baggie and potentially make bait out of them. Well, guys, it's been a long few months. Been a while since I caught a fish, and you know they say the first fish of the day is often the hardest one to catch. I think that saying also applies to the first fish of the year. I've been anxious, been wanting to get out and catch some fish, get a tug on a line, and what better place to come and do it than this here that y'all have probably seen in previous videos. It's kind of turned into one of my favorite places here because it's here right close in town. It's about a 5-minute drive from my place of residence, and beyond just having really decent fishing here for being a public property, there's a lot of wildlife here. I've been seeing muskrats all over the place tonight. There's lots of fresh beaver chewings, waterfowl, just a lot of wildlife out here, so I really like this place. But I've been anxious to get out and do some fishing. We had some really cold weather a few weeks back. Actually, 2 weeks ago it was really cold, and then this past week it's kind of warmed up. It's been warm for the past week, and next week it's supposed to get kind of cold again. But we're into March now, first week of March. Spring's right around the corner, and fishing's about to get better, and we got our first fish of the year right there. So I'm gonna try this weekend maybe to do a little bit of catfishing, and so that's why that's why I'm out here tonight. It's because I'm thinking I might want to try some catfishing this weekend, and I wanted to have just a couple of baits. But it's really nice to get first fish on the line, first fish of the year. So I'm gonna get back out there and see if I can get another bite. There's the bait of choice right there. My go-to bait for bluegill, but you catch just about everything on it. It's a Berkley 1-inch gulp alive minnow on a 1/64 ounce jig head with a number 8 hook. I want to get that minnow on there nice and straight so you get a nice natural fall through the water. It looks just like a minnow. Looks just like what these fish are feeding on. Well, folks, it was a great first catch of the year. It was also one of only 2 catches that were made on that trip. Of course, it was a short trip, but by the time I'd caught that second fish, it had already gotten dark on me, and didn't show up well on video, so you won't be seeing footage of that catch. But it was the first catch of the year, so I can't not put it on a video. So I think what I decided to do is just include that catch in with the trip that I ended up making the next weekend, which ended up being a little bit better trip despite the weather having made a turn for the worse. But it ended up being a good trip, and you'll get a chance to see that footage now. There's one. That feels like that's definitely not a bluegill. That's got to be a bass. We'll see if we can get him in or not. I'm fishing, of course, with my ultralight rod, ultralight setup, using them 1-inch Berkley gulp alive minnows, 1/64 ounce jig head, number 8 hook. These bigger fish are a blast to catch on this real light tackle because it doesn't take a real big fish to make it a lot of fun, but also it gets a little bit sketchy when it comes to trying to land them. But we're gonna see if we can get this fish in without him breaking me off, and if not, I've already had more action than I thought I was gonna have out here today. I'm back where I was about a week ago. Well, 6 days ago. Today's Friday. I was here last Saturday. We had a real nice week. a week long of really nice warm weather. And then, as you can see, it got cold again. Well, I mean, I guess you can't see the temperature, but you can see the snow. I had a really cold week. It's March 11th today, and the weather just decided to turn cold on us again. Winter didn't want to give up its grasp just yet. So I caught one bluegill, had a couple bites, didn't land them last Saturday. Landed that one bluegill and then caught one bass that it was pretty dark, so I don't know if you'll end up getting a chance to see that on camera or not. But I figured I'd come out today. Didn't think I'd catch anything because this water turned real cold again. I thought, well, the shallows are gonna cool back down and the fish that had started moving up shallow are gonna move out deep again. But I figured I'd come out here and just see what I could make happen, if anything, and didn't really have too high of hopes, but here we are with one fish on. Even if we don't land this fish, that gives me a little bit of hope for the rest of the trip. So, of course, I'm still new to this whole filming thing and really awkward on camera, and so I don't already kind of got to the point where, what else do you say while you're fighting this fish? He surfaced over there. I was able to get a look at him. It's a largemouth. It's a bass, like I kind of figured, but I got to really take my time with this ultralight rod and kind of play him out a lot if I want to have any chance of landing this fish. And I need to keep talking to the camera if I want to keep you all engaged and keep you from clicking off of the dang video. So I think what I'll probably do is I'll probably just merge this footage with the footage from the other weekend. Not a bad little bass. Hopefully he got that hook good and he's not going to spit it while he's up here. I'm sure he's real cold. He's kind of appears to be a little bit sluggish, which is good for me. I don't need him jumping right there at the surface or he's going to spit that hook. I got to figure out where the best place is for him to try to land him. I guess right here where he's at, so as good a place as any. Of course, if I have one of these muskrats come out of this little run here, they're gonna scare the heck out of me. They kept doing that to me last week. They kept coming out of these little dens by the bank and then catching sight of me and then diving underwater and scaring the heck out of me. I guess I was scaring the heck out of them too. So, oh, he just spit it and now he's upside down. Let's see if we can at least get him swimming away. There's one. That's what we came here looking for. That's a little bluegill. Maybe we'll actually land a fish today. Swing him up in here. There we go. That's actually a pretty good bluegill too. Man, he's cold. I could feel him. He's like an ice cube. Trying to get out of here, but I want to show him off first. It's got that, I don't know if you can see that orange there on his fin. I wonder if that's a true bluegill or a reddy or some kind of hybrid. I don't know my fish. When it comes down to the nitty gritty like that, all these little guys like this are panfish to me. He's ready to get out of here, so let's let this guy go. There he goes, slowly swimming off. Very good. Let's see if we can get another one. There's one. Hey, that's a little crappie, I think. Make sure I'm filming. That one kind of hit sort of quick and couldn't get my camera turned on quite quick enough to get most of that on footage, but not bad. First crappie of the year. Might be one of the very few that I catch. I don't tend to really catch very many crappie, but I've been catching more ever since I started fishing with these gulp minnows. So yeah, I ought to just keep my camera on so I can get these, or I'd like to anyway, so I can get better footage of these bites, but it's it's challenging to do that when the bites are coming so intermittently. Not a bad fish. I'm just gonna toss him back because I don't want to stick my hands in that water if I don't have to. But like I was saying, it's challenging to keep my camera on while I'm fishing so I can get the start. I'd like to be able to leave it on so I can get that, you know, right when the fish bites the hook, and then I don't have to mess with my camera and try and get it turned on and try and find the fish. And it's kind of just a hassle. But if I leave my camera on, then I mean, that's my third bite. I've been out here for I don't know how long now, but even if it's been 45 minutes, that's, you know, 20 minutes between each fish. That's a long time to leave the camera on, and it dies real quick, and they have really long sections of film that are difficult to export, edit, and all that other stuff. So it's just kind of a pain in the butt. So unfortunately it makes for less of a video for you all, but it's just the way that's got to be for now. I'm not set up super well for the whole filming deal, but some footage I guess is better than no footage. So anyway, I'm gonna get back after it, see if I can catch another fish. So far I've caught, like I said, that's my third bite, so I'm doing a lot better so far than what I thought I would be doing today. Honestly, I'd come out here kind of prepared to get a goose egg, but I guess you can't catch fish if you're not out there trying. So I'm gonna keep trying, keep working my way along the shoreline and see what else I can find. Guys, that last fish there tore my minnow. So what I'm gonna do, what you can do to kind of extend the life of these baits, is just to turn them upside down. That's a method that I stole from Kayak Catfish. Well, if you can get it on the hook properly, I kind of struggle with these really small number 8 hooks. My fingers are too fat and they're frozen right now. It makes it kind of difficult, but well, it's kind of torn there on the bottom too, but that'll work for now anyway. And see if I can catch another fish. It's a little colder out here than I had expected. There's one. Let's see if we can actually land this one. This is like the third one in a row that had bite right there close to the bank, and the other ones just spit the hook on me. But there's one finally. Again, not a bad bluegill. Really, really cold. This one's got some parasites on him, looks like. Well, that one at least got the hook good. Jeez. Gonna need my pliers. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it. There it goes. Get one more look at him. Don't know if you can see those parasites, those black spots on there. I think they're parasites. I can get them back, and guess I'll get my hands cold for this one because I need to they're all slimy now. He's stuck, can't get out of here. Shouldn't laugh. He probably doesn't think it's very funny, does he? There he goes. Same back home. Well, I think I'm going to see if I can catch some more right here close to the bank. Seems like they've kind of moved up on the bank a little bit. We'll keep going. Folks, you missed that one entirely. That bite just comes so quick, and then you got to keep the line tight. You don't want to let the line get loose. So they spit that hook, and it just happens so quick, you just don't have enough time to get the camera even turned on. So I don't even know if it's on now. Yeah, I guess it's on now. But so you missed that one entirely, but not really anything special about it. I mean, they're all special. I love fishing, so they're all great bites, and they're obviously beautiful fish. But I mean, we got to be honest, the bluegill's a bluegill, so didn't miss much there. But well, I'm gonna see if I can fix my minnow back, and I'm gonna keep maybe make 1 or 2 more casts here, see if I can get another fish or 2, and then I think I might make a move. But see if I can't get a couple more first. There's one. Looks like might be a little. Oh, it's another crappie. Nice. I said I was gonna move, but how can you move when you're on top of fish? Trying to get some slack in my line here. Yeah, I still want to make a move, but I mean, I've been catching fish. I mean, the action hasn't been crazy fast, but for what it's going to be when it's as cold as it is, that's just a real small crappie, but not bad. For what the action is going to be for, when it's as cold as it is, I feel like this is kind of fast action. So I'm going to keep seeing if I can catch a few more fish here and then before I make a move. There's one there. I think this might be another crappie. There must be a school of them out there. They're not real big, but I got to be happy anytime I can get my hands on a crappie, because I've got to be the world's worst crappie fisherman. That one's a little bit bigger. Well, to be honest, I mean, I'm not even a crappie fisherman. The only time I really ever catch them is when I get them as a bycatch, when I just drop that minnow straight through his gill. See if I can get it out without hurting him. Only time I really ever fish for them or catch them is when I'm fishing for bluegill with these gulp minnows. So keep going, see if I can't pull some more out of that school before I move on. Yeah, you guys probably can't see that, but that's why I really love this place. We're in the middle of town, but it's kind of like a little nature preserve. There's a muskrat sitting out there doing his thing out in the middle of this little marsh area. Several mallards kind of floating around. I haven't seen any beavers while I've been out here, but there's a lot of beaver sign. It's a really cool little area. So, as you can see, I'm on the move. The reason for the move is kind of twofold. I was catching fish back there, and I probably could have hung around a little bit longer, made several more casts and fished a couple more fish. But there's another pond. Actually, there's 2 more ponds back in here, but there's one that's kind of hidden back in the corner. I don't know if it'll get me out of the wind at all or not, but if it does, that'd be a nice little bonus. But I'm just really kind of curious to see what's going on back there. So I'm going to come back here and check it out. And then the second reason for the move is really just that I'm super cold, and I kind of want to get moving a little bit, stick my hands in my pockets and see if I can at least warm up a little bit. So I'm going to come back here, check out this pond, see if anything's going on, and if I catch some fish, great, and if not, then I'll make my way back to the truck. There's one other little spot that I might stop and fish on that first pond when I get back there, and then probably call it a day. So we'll see if anything's going on back here, and if not, then get on out of here. And I mean, I've already caught more fish today than I thought I would, or than I had anticipated. And you know, it's been a lot of fun, and I just need to get out here and see if I could scratch the itch a little bit. So I've caught a few fish. I feel like I've been successful. I've accomplished my goal. I've caught enough fish, had enough success to kind of scratch that itch. Tide me over for a little while until the weather gets a little bit warmer and I'm not out here freezing my butt off while I'm doing this. So let's go see if we can find a couple more before we call it a day. All right, I have hooked into something. It looks like a bass. I probably won't land this deal. There's nowhere I can get to be able to land him, unless maybe I work him over towards that beaver dam. I don't even know if I got the hook set on him or not, but I did end up catching something back here in a little mystery pond that I wanted so desperately to give a shot. Now, don't get in those weeds, or when he gets in those weeds, we'll never get him landed. Trying to work around this tree branch here. Try and keep him out of the weeds. Okay, and now this is gonna be, oh, now he's in the weeds. Well, now we're not ever gonna see this fish, are we? Unless I can find a long stick to poke down in there and get at him. Oh boy, this is a rough situation here. Come out of there, man. Come out of there. Oh, there he is. Okay. Gotta do the best I can to keep him out of those weeds. He's not gonna be hooked very great either. These hooks are so small, they're perfect for bluegill. Good for crappie. So you get them in their mouths easily. And you catch more fish, but when you get these bycatches, like these bass, it really is a challenge. You can get my knee wet in the snow. Oh, we got him. How about that, guys? Yeah, you probably couldn't even see any of that. Not a bad little fish. He's really cold. And that hook just pops right out. Nice. Not bad though. Get him back where he came from. There he goes. And there's that minnow. That's that same minnow that I fixed back when I was showing you and turned around. It's pretty well done for now, but what's that been? 6 or 7 fish that I caught on that sucker. So I'm gonna toss it away and have to put a new one on, but that's a lot better than fit. Let me turn the camera around. Jeez, I'm talking to no one. Anyway, I was saying, my hands are almost too cold to get the camera out of the case, but I was saying, I caught, I don't know, 6 or 7 fish on that one minnow, and they work so well. I feel like they work just as well as if I was fishing with a real minnow out here. And if I was fishing with a real minnow, I'd be rebaiting just about every time I got a bite. Not even every time I caught a fish, but every time I got a bite. So I definitely feel like I get the value, get my money's worth out of those minnows. So it's a real good bait. Can't plug it enough, even though I'm not getting anything for plugging it. But it's definitely a lure that I have a lot of faith in. That's why every time you see me out here looking for bluegill or just looking to get a bite, almost every time anyway, that's what I got tied on. So I'm gonna keep on fishing here a little bit, see if I can get a couple more bites, but I don't know how much time I'm gonna put in. I kind of, back here, the wind's blowing the wrong direction, which I should have anticipated when I was walking back here, but I just really wanted to get back here and see what was going on. So I couldn't help it, had to come back here and see what was happening, and we got that one fish. So it's not a total bust, and I don't know, I'll give it a couple more casts and see if I can find something else. If not, I'll probably get out of here. But for now, I'm gonna keep fishing. Alright guys, that little bass was the last fish I caught before the cold ran me off the water. So, had a good day. I'm looking forward to warmer days to come, and hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.